Facebook.
Hi, everyone.
Hello on Facebook.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? I saw you guys earlier. Who do we have? Of course, my Katie, Alona, my regulars, Victoria, Dave. I love the smile. Hannah. Who is that down there? Kara. Michael J. Not Michael, Dave.
Nathan, you still have construction going on? Oh boy. Oh yeah, we're taking down like the top half of a wall between our kitchen and dining room. So, well, that's exciting.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Facebook people. We're just getting everyone in on Zoom, and we will start.
Allison David J is on.
I see. Hey, Dave. Id. I know Dave. One Dave is Dave, and one Dave is David. And then we have another David that hasn't been on in a long time. I miss him. So does everyone remember what we were working on from last week? Oh my God. That is beautiful. Alona, that is excellent. You always do excellent work. Everyone's sending their pictures to Deb, right?
Yeah, we sent it.
Great. This is what I'm...
There's another one they were doing. I don't know exactly about the hands around the world.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, like can we just paint the background of it?
Yes. So today we're just going to... This was what I was working on. This is my pear. And I'm still working on it. I was still... is everyone else done? Katie, you're still working on yours, right?
Yeah, I know to print the words.
Yeah, so we'll take our time. So I found some words you can see in magazines, but there's some words that I'm still decorating. I'm still adding green in here. I decided this time, I decided to put a lot of newspaper because I thought it would be pretty if I painted it with my watercolors or marker. But I think there's some words that describe a pear that we talked to. Hi, TJ.
Hi, TJ.
Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
What's that describe the world?
Anyway, there's some we talked about last week, right? We came up with a bunch of words about maybe fruit or your animal or whatever you're drawing, but there's some words I did not find in the magazine that I want to add. So I'm going to be working on that, like the word sweet, healthy, you know, I don't know, certain things. So I'm gonna just take, instead of going through cutting out letters to make a word, I think I'm just gonna write my word. What, Hannah?
Excuse me, Allison.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can I draw a piece of fruit?
Yes. I thought you were working on your eggplant.
What?
Didn't you work on an eggplant?
I worked on an eggplant last week.
Oh, you finished it?
Something else.
Okay, absolutely. Do you guys want to see some examples again, or you got the hang of it?
I'm good.
You good? So anyway, so I'm going to be working on this, and you guys let me know when you're ready for the painting part. I'm going to just continue. I'm going to still add some strips. I'm going to add some more green in here. So I cut out some green pieces of paper that I found. Here's a dark green. And I'm going to continue cutting some little pieces out. It's hard to leave everything. I need an easel like Deborah so I can leave my stuff out. But I'm taking some green and I'm just going to cut little pieces out of it. And I'm going to use my glue stick.
Allison, is that how you're making letters?
No, I'm just continuing first to add some more green in here.
Okay.
I just feel like I need a few more pieces. So I'm taking my glue stick and I just hold it like that. Whatever's easiest for you. I end up a sticky mess, but so what? And I'm just going to add a few more. I'm almost done. Add a few more strips.
I'm gonna go get my scissor and
Okay.
construction paper.
Yes, I have my scissor, my glue stick. I have watercolors. If you don't have watercolors, there's a million different pens, Sharpies, anything you have, crayons. How's everyone doing today? And I think to spell a word, I think I might look for letters. Let's see. Terrence, do you have anything to work on?
No.
Do you have a piece of paper and a pen? You just want to watch? How about you, Victoria? Is there something you could draw? How about your cat?
Watch for now.
No? You just hanging?
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take my orange carrot and then write a word in there. Draw a word so I can cut it out and put it on.
Hey, Allison, it's me, Deborah. I'm on the phone. I'm testing something up.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me in, guys. It's me, Deborah.
Hey, Deborah. So I'm going to take, let's see. I have a little orange piece. It was a carrot. And I'm going to take a green pen and write one of my descriptive words on it. So I'm going to write the word sweet.
I don't know.
So you're using separate construction paper for your own words, correct?
What?
Yeah. So I just wrote the word sweet. And I'm going to add it. So see, I added the word sweet on here. What are some other words we talked about? What describes a nice piece of fruit?
Tart.
Tart?
Tart's a good one.
Yes, it could be tart. Oh, you know what's the big word we talked about pears? Could go for apples too. Mealy. You remember that word?
That's not so appealing, is it?
No. Yes, I'm depending on you. Did everyone have fun last night? On the game show? I did not do well at all. You know what? I kept thinking Corona, and so all the things Deborah put up, I couldn't even think of a normal price. I'm thinking, well, the astronomical prices we're paying, right? So I forgot what a regular bottle of Lysol spray is because I've been spending crazy money, right, on all this stuff.
Allison, how do we water the car in the background?
Just like we did before. You remember? Where's my last one? Where's my doggy one? Hold on one second.
I'm using the poem that we made in poetry to put online, the friendship poem. But I want to tell you guys that my husband is so good at prices of every item in the grocery store that when we check out, we play a game where he guesses how much the total is, and he can get it within $1. It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Wow.
Say it to the cashier. No, he like blows cashiers' minds.
That's hysterical. Yeah, I did not do well last night. I definitely did not. I got one right. I got one right.
He'll be like
This is-
$71, and it comes out to $70.20.
I didn't come on because I was at the baseball field, so I was watching on Facebook.
Look, Katie, you remember we painted the background? We just painted it with watercolor. If you have watercolor. And do you remember we did these?
Let's do it in a rainbow.
So remember, guys, we all painted the backgrounds of all these.
Okay, wait.
You don't have to paint it. I mean, I just think it's a pretty way to finish off. You know, does everyone know, like, what feeling does a watercolor give you? As opposed to regular paint? What? What's another word to describe it?
I was literally gonna say wet, but I'll follow up with soft, maybe.
Soft. How about the word sheer? Watercolors really are, you know, when we describe the word opaque. Oh God, you guys probably don't even know about when we used to wear stockings, right, Stacy?
Yes.
Every day I had to wear stockings in the city. Horrible. So stockings are a good example, but you know how like you put your hand through, and if you can't see your hand, that's called opaque. Everyone knows that, right?
Like a tights, more like tights would be okay with leggings.
Tights, right. Now, to get
Stacy, do you like it?
Oh, I love it. So Hannah,
It's a watermelon.
Hannah,
The
the next step.
Put someone on a higher pedestal or
Who has Terrence? Is that you? Has something in the background?
Why is it, Jeremy,
wait.
whenever they do an archaeological dig in Judea or Samaria,
How come I can't?
ancient
That's
Jewish
Hannah.
Oh, it's mute. Okay. Anyway, Hannah, I was talking to you. Hannah? So I want you to show me your water. Hi, Christian, Murray. Hi, what's up with you?
Dad, what's the point you're trying
We have
to make
Christian
clear?
on Facebook. Hannah, so what I want to tell you is, hold up your watermelon.
That is,
I have
well,
seeds in it.
historically, Jews and Arabs were mixed throughout the
Who
Middle
is
East.
that? Terrence, can you put yourself on mute?
Arabia, in
Is that
Yemen,
Hannah?
Jordan, Iraq, in North Africa.
It's not Terrence. Who has a TV on the background?
Arabs.
I don't think it's considered like
It's Hannah's.
Hannah, you have a TV on?
I
It's
muted.
not the TV. I think it's her brother.
I muted Hannah because it was Hannah's.
So Hannah, what I want you to do now is I want you to put some describing words about the watermelon. You could just take a pen. Do you see how we put words on it? The next step is to take words. Can you guys see this close enough? So I have words to describe. I said best friends. I said love. I said cute. So with the watermelon, let's help Hannah. With the watermelon, what's some words that describe watermelon?
Sweet.
Sweet. So can you take a pen?
I don't.
Do you have a glue stick? Hannah? Christian, what's up with you? Are you going to join us today?
I think Hannah is muted, so I don't know if she can answer, but I don't know if two people are watching the same program.
Let me see if Hannah can answer me. I'll just ask her to turn off what she has. Who's Rose's
I don't know. I
iPad?
have to ask. We have to see who they are. Hello?
Anyone there? Hello? 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 I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I just have to find out who it is because I don't think anyone can see.
It's not us. It's not Alona. We're not doing it.
Facebook.
I think they went off. The Rose. Is anybody on here Rose's iPad?
No. They went off.
Oh, that's weird. I saw that.
Hi, Kara. Hi, Jamie. Hi, David. Hello, almost birthday, Terrence.
Oh, yeah.
I want to work on the words.
Terrence, can you hear me? Do you have something on the background? Can you turn it down?
That was Hannah's brother. He's on the phone.
Ah. You know what, Terrence? You can put yourself on mute, and when you want to talk, you can take off. Only because we hear it in the background.
I'm off the TV now.
Okay, thank you. Ooh, I see a pretty cat in the picture.
It's baby Clark. Hey, baby. I think I told you all the cats in my neighborhood now keep running away because they want to meet the stray cats.
Oh my
I feel
God.
so happy that my cats are home safe.
Hannah, can you hear me? Hannah, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, so are you gonna cut some words out to put on your?
In the market.
You're gonna put some words that describe watermelon. If you want help from us, you let us know, okay? Okay, so similar to watermelon, I'm still coming. There's different ways to put words on. I think I'm gonna take a white piece of paper for one of my words. Let's see. Oh, well, there's a describing word I didn't even think about, which is green or yellow. Or so I'm gonna take a green pen and write the word green. And sometimes pears are different colors. So I'm gonna take a brown pen and write the word brown. And I'm going to take a yellow pen and write the word yellow. Because I've seen all different color pears. See? So I wrote down some describing words that I'm going to cut out and glue on.
May I color in my background, please?
Of course. I just want you to make some descriptive words on there, Hannah, because that's kind of the project.
I love pears, and we often have pears because I bring them a lot to lunch. And lots of people, sometimes we cut up pears and people try them. And I feel like I've heard people say, oh, it's so juicy.
Juicy. That's a good word. Thanks, Stacy.
Hello.
I would say juice. Who agrees with me? I would say the words juicy and sweet are the two best describing words for good fruit. I just ate a big nectarine before, and it was delish. Really delish. And I think you guys saw, some of you were on with me with Deborah's class this morning, but in my garden, we got our first vegetables. Some really kind of weird looking little cucumbers. And then I got some tomatoes. My husband said, don't buy any more tomatoes. We're going to get a ton. Shadow.
I brought the beets.
So now if you look at mine, I have all these nice describing words. Everyone see that? I'm going to start painting in my background because, oh, I forgot the word juicy. That's a great word.
I thought you wanted me to write them. Because look how cute they are when they're together. They behave.
Aw.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, that's my dog Shadow, and that's
Hey,
my
Shadow.
cat Work. Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Shadow.
no, I want her.
Who's the donkey, Mom? Donkey. The donkey's come on, donkey's come on.
Oh.
I'm brought you food to be quiet so we can listen to Allison.
Guess what? This morning, we found a molar in Roxy's mouth.
The donkey's killed.
Oh no! In the back?
The donkey's killed.
No, it came out.
Like a loose tooth?
Yeah, her baby. We heard her crunching on something, and it was her tooth. See on Facebook. I'm sorry I'm not showing much because right now I'm just working on my pear and cutting out and making words that describe the fruit, and that's what I want all you guys to do.
Allison, I'm using the poem to go with mine.
That's perfect.
I hope that's okay.
You're very creative, Stacy, and you're thinking out of the box. I like that.
I try.
You're the best.
Right?
Birthday.
All right.
TJ's Not TJ. Terrence's birthday's tomorrow, TJ.
Come on, Teach.
Alone without.
If anyone wants to take their cupcake that we did, you could also add words. I really like the coffee mug that had the steam coming up. I thought that would be a really cool thing to do.
I'm working hard over here.
You are? Good. Your mom's busy, huh?
Multimedia.
And you know what? You know, Katie, you don't, you could always write out words and cut them out too, because you could do that.
Yep. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go off my phone because I forget what we said.
I know. I wish I printed it out for you guys. I kind of.
Which computer?
So I do. You remember, you guys? I told you next week you need a glass jar or bottle.
Oh, here comes Michael Dawson.
Michael! Yay!
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Let's see. I need my attendance sheet. What do I do? Michael.
Tony?
Michael, it's good to see you. All right.
Sorry. Well, you can open it. They just won't.
So while you guys are working, I really want to talk to you about all the stuff we've been doing, kind of like Stacy talked about. Are there any suggestions? What do you like to work the best on? Do you like drawing? Do you like painting? Do you like collages? Do you like making jewelry, which I'm still working on? I'm trying to figure out some jewelry you can make that's not, you know, I don't want to be babyish because we're not babies. We're adults. So I'm still working on that. It's a little hard because you guys don't have all the materials, but what does everyone think? What do they like to work on? Katie, can you tell me what you like?
I like collage is the best and painting is good.
Yeah, good. How about you, Alona? What do you like to work on?
We'll get back to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How about you, Victoria? What do you like to work on in crafting?
It's a rainbow poem.
You don't know?
I hit open.
A lot.
How about you, Hannah? What do you like to do best in my class? What kind of work? You're on mute, honey. I can't hear. I don't think she heard me.
Alona says she likes to do the cards.
Oh, I love the card. Actually, you know what, Alona? You just gave me an idea because I need to give my niece a birthday card.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, you know what? She's coming over today. I better hurry up. I better hurry up and make. But all my friends and my family have been giving a homemade cards, and you know what? People love them,
Yeah, they
right?
do.
Because you know, when you go to the store and you spend all this money on a card, does anyone know how much a card costs? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, $5.
A lot of $5, $6, $7. I mean, and what do people do? I have to admit, I open them and I dump them. But if you get a homemade card, I think people really like to keep them. I know my kids have kept theirs I see them hanging in the room. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to start doing my watercolors on this. You guys can take your time and keep working on.
And she come earlier than that.
And they're good for all different holidays and all different birthday and anniversaries. All of it.
Would you like to work on another card?
Yeah, right.
Anybody?
Yeah, Alona wants to do that.
What's coming up? Anything?
What are we in?
There's nothing specific coming up, but we could always just do, maybe I could find another funky, like, we haven't done a get well card. And a lot of people need to get a get, right? Everyone, sometimes in a family, somebody gets sick or is not feeling good. Or how about just, you're my good friend kind of card? Who likes that? Because I send them to my friend.
Me.
Because my best friend moved to Chicago. And I know she misses me a lot. And I like to send her cards once in a while. It makes her feel good. Like I love her and I miss her. So right now, just me. I'm taking water and just, I'm going to do a wash. So it means I'm adding a lot of water because I don't want to go through my paper.
You know, Dave, you look particularly handsome with the green shirt, and then there's like a beautiful green wreath behind you. It's as if you're a male model posing for a magazine cover.
So I'm taking my watercolors.
Alona wants Allison and you to know that she doesn't have Cheryl today. But I think you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
And what?
Dave didn't have Cheryl today.
He's got us, Alona. He's good.
Alona is so on top of everything.
I know, really. So I'm starting to take my green paint and my watercolor and just making a nice little wash. And I think I'm going to do different color.
What?
I think I'm going to add yellow. I don't want my background, I want my background to be light, right? Because we don't want to take away from the picture. So now I'm just going to add some yellow up here. Well, it's kind of mixed with the green.
You have a problem? All right, you want to watch? You don't want to come.
If I wanted to take my green and make it a light color, what would I do?
Lots of water.
Lots of water, right. Except we don't want to really have too much water, but you could still do it. And what I do is I take it and I just dab a few little pieces. You know, I dab a little so it's not so wet. It will dry. But by mixing yellow and green, look what happened. Does everyone see? So I have green, and then I start having some like greenish yellow over here.
Or some nauseous colors.
Nauseous.
We were wondering, could we put this around the world picture we have here around the bottle?
Yes, honestly, you could, Alona, you're so creative. You could do anything you want. This is really about your personal feel, how you feel and what you want to do.
Yeah, it's fun.
If you look at all the different artists in the world, they're very different, right? And it's about who they are as people and what they, how they express themselves. I actually always wanted to be an art therapy teacher, but I never got there. But I think it's great therapy.
I feel like your class is art therapy for me.
It is for me. I just love, I find it very, like Katie, like, you know how we talked about in class, the clay work too. It's very therapeutic, right?
Yeah.
We're still working on how to deal with this clay situation. The problem with clay, even if I get you guys your own clay, is that there's too many, we have a lot of tools and it has to be baked, all kinds of things, so it's a little involved.
Don't let Amy bake it, she'll burn down the whole house.
Oh my God. That was so funny. It sounds like me cooking.
Remember that, Dave?
Yeah.
So I I took watercolors and I kind of, one thing I don't like about mine, I don't think there's enough contrast between the pear and the background. So I'm going to do something to fix that. Let's see.
I think that's really pretty.
I think I'm going to take a darker color watercolor and kind of make a shadow to highlight it. Because I really like the way.
I'm going to show you guys mine to see if what everybody thinks.
Oh my God, Stacey, I love it.
Well, that's my initial cupcake, which says CK.
I really like the cupcake project.
And then my little poem that we made together, which is friendship, and it says, companion, endearing, reliable, caring, loving, helping, I'll be there for you, soulmate. And then I decorated it with all our names.
I love that, Stacey.
And then I put little flowers with the descriptive words.
So here, I wanted to make my pear stand out more. So I'm taking some blue watercolor and just going around the edge, just to give it like a little frame. And I think it makes it stand out a little more.
It's thick.
I think mine's done. If I do any more, it's going to be just too much.
I really like it.
Well, thank you. I try. So let's talk about what we're going to do on glass, because I know we're going to do a collage, but it's going to be, I just want to tell you guys, it's going to be a little, to put it on glass, what do you think you need? What do you think we're going to use?
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge. Does everybody know at this point what Mod Podge is?
Allison, does Mod Podge attach paper to glass?
Yeah, you kind of just go right, you could put it on the glass and then over. Actually, let me see if I can do this while we're on. Hey, hold on 1 second.
Okay, Steve.
Just trying to find my Mod Podge.
Where's that?
TJ.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to locate my Mod Podge now. Wait a minute. I want to practice. While you guys are working, I'm going to test it out. Why is it missing?
So what's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day outside, I think, right? Is it too hot or nice? I really haven't been out.
It's really hot.
Well, if you,
Think of the horrible heat, huh?
I cannot locate my Mod Podge, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking Elmer's glue.
You want to go over?
I'm just going to guess at this point a little tiny bit on it because I want to. I'm going to add a drop of water. So I need to take a brush that I don't mind throwing away so I'm not going to use my good brush. Let me find something. I have this brush, which is kind of one of those cheapy brushes. So I'm going to add a little water.
Is it an exact ratio?
It is. I have it on. Let me tell you. I'll look it up again.
Okay.
Let's see.
You don't have to look it up. I could get it off.
I think, yeah, it's on my Google Classroom. I put it on a bunch of time. But really it's water, if you can see it's watered down glue, but there is an exact ratio. So what I'm going to try I think I need a little more water.
I think it's a cup of glue to half a cup of water or something.
I don't, it's not that, it's something like that though, Katie. So what I'm doing is, I am going to test, this is my glass jar, and I'm going to test two things. I'm going to test a little piece of magazine. Let's see how that works. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some Mod Podge on the back of this little piece of paper. And I'm gonna stick it on the glass. And then I'm gonna take Mod Podge and go over it on the glass.
Allison, do you think are we gonna pick themes for our glasses, would you say? Or what's the
You know what? I have to tell you honestly, I'm working on about 3 different ideas, so I'm just trying to figure it out. But what I do want to do with the glass, just so you know my thoughts, you could have a big bottle or you can have a jar. But I think what I'm going to do is I want to do it like here down, just half. Because this way we're going to use it for a pretty, item. It could be like for decoration, could have flowers in it. But I love glass because we don't need to cover the whole thing. In fact, you could do it different ways. You can have stripes with clear in between. Anyway, so this, I just Mod Podge on a piece of magazine. Now I'm going to do the same thing with a piece of paper because I want to see how it does. I'm just going to take white paper right now. And so I'm putting a little Mod Podge on the back. Little. And I'm going to... Mod Podge is really more about on top. So I'm taking the Mod Podge, I'm holding it with my finger, and I'm just going to go right over the piece of paper. So now we have magazine, we have paper, and now I'm going to try a little piece of newspaper. Let's see how that does.
Yeah, it's coming again.
You know, Allison, we did something like that in Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
It might have even been Deborah who came, because she used to come to Girl Scouts and help us with the project. And it was just like what you suggested. It just went around the bottom of the jar, and so the top was more clear. And it was kind of like you could use it as a vase or a pencil case. It was a pencil holder or...
I mean, to be honest, I'm thinking of using my... I just put a piece of... Now I just Mod Podge on a piece of tissue paper. That really works the best. You know why? Why do you think that works the best? Is anybody listening?
What?
I said, so far, I Mod Podge on a piece of magazine, a piece of white paper, and a piece of tissue paper. Why do you think the tissue paper would work the best?
Because it's thinner.
Thinner, right? Good, Katie. And the same with magazines, though. You know, some magazines are very thick, and some are much thinner. Like this magazine page is much thinner. So I think the goal is to do thinner paper. But I have this nice vase. I have this nice bottle. This was from Sparkling Water. And my idea is to do something really pretty from maybe here down. And you can even have stalks going up. Let's say the theme is flowers. Something like that. And then this part clear. So when I want to use this for a vase. It doesn't have the biggest opening, but you could fit quite a few little flowers in there. That would be pretty. What do you think?
I think that would be beautiful.
So, I mean, me personally, I think flowers is a nice kind of theme because they're long and skinny, so you can have stalks coming up. Or you could just do, let's say you want to do cool colors. But I think I'm going to try, over this week, I'm going to keep working on this one so I can show you. So you do need, ideally, if you have a clear bottle or a bigger jar than this. This is kind of little. It will probably be done too quickly with something like this. So if you guys can start just thinking about that. A lot of people have wine bottles. Like I said, this is from Sparkling Water. There's big jars, like when you make, I don't know, spaghetti or something like that, right?
You know, Allison, if you use a big jar, because sometimes I've made a craft and I've saved the lid so that if I want to store something in it, like once I have it, because I like to put cotton balls and stuff in things.
Yeah. I've been using all my, we did the project with the the paint and the picture on it. I made like 3 cans and I use them for stuff all the time. I have pens in them. I have, actually see this, if I made myself a nice jar, that would be prettier than this.
Thank you.
Welcome, baby. I'll be right back.
That would actually be a cool theme too. Let's say I wanted to make something to hold my Sharpie. Well, maybe my design would be different Sharpies on here, right? Or if I want to do cotton balls, I can do a fun design that looks like puffy cotton ball. If I want this to be a vase,
What?
I'm talking about themes for our jars and our bottle.
Allison, I thought you said puffy cotton ball.
That's what she said. She said puppy cotton ball.
Well, this made me think of it because remember I did this around my cupcake?
Yeah.
Well, this reminds me of cotton balls. So that's something I could always do on my jar if I want to. But just use your imagination.
It did sound like puppy. It did sound like puppy cotton balls, right, Katie?
Yeah.
I know.
I had the cutest picture. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my god. I have to show you guys the cutest picture. Hold on. Oh, I think Stacy's the host, just to make me the host.
Yeah.
Bring them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacy's the host.
So did everyone see how easy I did this with the glue? I was suggesting you guys, if you don't have Mod Podge, to take an empty jar with a lid and make yourself a bunch of it so we always can use it when we need it. If not, you could take a plate like me and just mix them together. Stacy,
Pickle jars for that because they have a wide
yeah.
top.
Can you make me the host or? I wanted to share a funny picture. Or co-host, I guess.
Here we go.
My cookie.
Is it working?
Yeah, I wanted to show him a cute picture. This is Roxy taking a nap.
That was funny.
I can't get over that picture.
Is that cute? She literally she just went like this, and I went close. I'm like, she's sleeping. How?
When I saw that yesterday, I asked her, what is that? I thought it was like a big stuffed puppet or something.
That's mine. She's so cute. Sorry, I had to brag, you know.
You know what it reminds me of? Like a little Bigfoot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she reminds me. You know, she really does remind me of like a little fox sometimes.
I
Especially.
have to look for the picture. My friend sent me a picture, and it was like, you know what Bigfoot looks like? That hairy guy that lives in the woods, supposedly? And it was him with a mask on. It was hysterical.
The dog?
No, a Bigfoot, like a Sasquatch.
Oh.
He made like a funny picture of him walking in the woods with his mask.
So while we're doing this, how you guys doing? Is everyone working hard?
I'm almost done.
Can I see you so far? Oh, I love that.
That's the back.
Very pretty. I love Alona's too. I love it.
You know, Ziggy just came and took this, Alice. Remember the beads that you made?
Oh yeah.
My cats still like these.
I have them right here.
I was talking about making something for a coffee cup, like a cozy or something. How do you make it? What do you make? She was talking about coffee cups, and she made like a sweater or something around.
Oh, I think you're talking about Deborah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking about maybe doing that with you guys.
But how do you do that stuff? Like, we don't know anything how to do
The other thing is, if anyone, let me get you a sample of what I'm thinking of, but I think a coffee mug would be a pretty thing to decorate too.
How do we do it?
Like a crochet thing?
She did a crochet thing. We don't know how to crochet, so what would we do? I don't even. Just cut
See, I don't know how this would work. I have these plain mugs, and you can get really cheap mugs like in the dollar store, but
Yeah, they have them in the Park Ridge Dollar Store.
yeah. But I don't
my
think
favorite place in the whole world.
I don't think we could use them to drink anymore if we do this, but it'd be cool to use it also as, you know, a little storage though. Katie, do you remember you bought this for me?
Oh, yeah.
What
I
does
love
say?
it. It says, true friends are hard to find, difficult to leave, and impossible to forget.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you. I love it.
Dave is making us all jealous over there.
What's he up to?
And you know, TJ, what are you eating? It looks so good.
You know,
Are you drawing now?
if we all make the coffee cups, we can put them together and
Oh, I love it.
we'll mount it.
That's the frog that Deborah gave me.
But what will we put on the coffee cups? Like, how do we do
Well,
that?
I'm saying you could also Mod Podge a coffee cup.
Oh.
But again, it would be decorative. This would be decorative. You can't put some
We could make it beetle mountain.
beetle. Oh my God. Katie would throw up. You can't do.
Victoria, it's a non-DPU.
So while
Yes,
we're
it's a fun DPU. An MDPU.
so I'm just gonna write down. I know obviously I'll put it on Facebook, but I just want to remind everyone what we need for next week. So we ideally a clear, large bottle or jar.
What if you don't have a large... What if it's not like a large one?
Well, you could use a little one. I just think it would be done very quickly, but that's okay. Could be anything, but when your mom cooks all week, just keep an eye out for any kind of jar. Or Linda, don't you drink white wine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there we go. I remember all the stuff you donated to us.
Dolores got one.
They're all at the center.
Mod Podge.
Oh, yeah, yes.
What is it?
Leftover little piece of cookie.
Tissue
Actually, those
paper.
bottles were donated by Cheryl. They were actually not even.
Oh, yeah.
They were from a neighbor.
They were from a neighbor in town at Allison.
Oh, really? Someone that likes to drink a lot.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
Like Kim, who's not on anymore.
Yeah.
So I wrote down, I'm going to put this on Facebook, but we just really need an empty, clean jar. I put this in my dishwasher so I clean it. You need an old brush or something we could use for the Mod Podge. You need to make the Mod Podge out of this or have, this is really easy. Don't worry. If you just have Elmer's glue, you can add a little water and you have Mod Podge. The other thing is if someone does not want to do all the cutting and pasting, you can use Sharpies on our jar. Do you remember that? This is permanent, so this will pretty much stay. Or we can use a combination of. If you have any tissue paper in the house or anything like that, magazines, the same stuff we've been using, kind of the same material. And I'm going to come up with a real...
They have a lot of colored tissue at the Park Ridge Dollar Store, too.
Yeah, Jessica, that's where Jessica, my daughter, that's her favorite place in the world. And when she gave me a Mother's Day present, she had so much tissue paper, beautiful colors. I said, I'm keeping this because this is going to be great.
It might be easier for people to get that even than magazines. It might even be more cost effective.
It could be. I just been using, my mother donates People magazines to me when she's done. And then I have some, I wanted to show you guys some ideas. So when you get junk mail, which I know everyone gets, I just start collecting like Garnet Hill, because you never know what, there's all kinds of pretty colors. I have Front Gate, my favorite in the world. If you have all the money in the world and you want to buy things, I dream and read this because the one thing I ever bought from here was these great floats I have in my pool. Other than that, I don't really buy anything. But the magazine has lots of cool, even this color. Like, I just like to look at the colors. And I don't know what you guys think, but I really kind of want to do a flower theme so we can use it as a little vase. And guess what? Even if you have a little jar, you can cut little flowers and put it in. So does everyone like that idea for next week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you like the idea of flowers?
Yeah.
I was like, look what my mom found.
Oh my God.
Kindergarten.
Aw.
That's from kindergarten, Katie?
That's from Girl Scouts. It's like tissue paper.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
With the flowers.
Yeah, tissue paper comes out nice because it's nice and sheer.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you do have it, I hate for you to buy anything, but like I said, I have a lot of tissue paper. And it's fun because we can use the tissue paper and actually cut out, let's say we're doing flowers, we can cut out petals, there's all kinds of things. So I think I'm making that's what we're gonna do. According to me, unless you really don't want to do it, I think that making flowers will be really fun because it's very colorful.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like summer. I mean, right now it's so pretty outside. My garden is beautiful. I have to give my husband credit. He keeps a really beautiful flower garden. And please remember, guys, to send your pictures to Deborah for our second art show, whenever that is going to be. You know, the more stuff we give her, she loves seeing it, A. And B, the sooner we give her a lot of pretty pictures, the sooner we can have another art show to do. So people on Facebook, just want to let you know, next week have a jar or a bottle, have some Mod Podge, have some markers, and we'll see you next week.
Like this.